everybody, welcome back to the Europats. I'm Matt, this is my wife Diane. A little while ago we made a video sharing the realities of moving abroad for retirement. We thought, hey, let's be honest and a little helpful.
Mistake. That was a mistake. Let's just say that people did not quite take it that way.
Y'all, the comments came in hot. Some were pretty curious, some were very kind, and some were, let's just say, not very kind.
We had, you are traitors to your country, France will hate you, you'll be bankrupt and begging to come home. You want to live off our government, you won't learn the language. It just goes on and on, y'all.
One of our favorite ones, though, that it was a little humorous, was they referred to us, me and Diane, as Hank and Peggy Hill.
Which I thought was hilarious. And we're keeping that and we're using that because it was hilarious.
Yeah.
So what that person thought as an insult, hey, if it's funny, it's funny. That one was funny. That one was funny.
Yeah. So today we are responding. Not to fight, not to clap back, but to share why we're still moving forward with our dream. Not yours, not anybody else's, but ours. And why, frankly, we're okay with not pleasing everybody.
Now this one, it came up a lot, with comments saying that we must hate America. So we're gonna clear this one up first thing.
Now, we don't hate America. I mean, my gosh, we were born here. I've been a deputy sheriff for a lot of years.
Many.
And Diane's worked in finance for many years.
Many.
We've raised 7 kids and we have 11 grandkids right here in the United States.
We feel like we have done our part in America, in Texas especially. You know, we've paid taxes, we've contributed, we've helped build our communities. But you can love your country and still want to change. Yeah.
After decades of hard work, a lot of hard work, and a lot of years.
A lot of decades.
We are not running from something. We're running towards something, towards peace, towards good bread, towards a place where life will be a little bit more slower paced and a lot more affordable. Now, we actually want to move towards a place where the pace of life matches how we want to live right now. It's habit.
I know.
Because in law enforcement, you can't do an exact, comment. You've got to give them a little range to think, hey, I might be right or I might be wrong.
Or he said it was 1201, but it was really 1202.
Mistrial. That's why I always say approximately.
France isn't some type of escape hatch. It's our next chapter. And different does not mean disloyal. At least not in my book.
No, not at all. And another one will be stranded with no medical care.
Yeah, we know that there are areas in rural France with limited doctors. We know this. This is not something that is unheard of. I mean, everybody knows that. But just like in the US, especially in the Midwest and the South, we have the same issue we're at. So, we're not just throwing a dart at a dartboard and saying, oh, okay, we're going to live here. That's not what we're doing. We are doing our research so that we will not end up in a medical desert. Hopefully.
Yeah, because we're planning on being somewhere where it's going to be relatively close to where, if for some reason we don't have a vehicle, which I doubt that's going to happen, we should be able to do it by bike. We should be able to do it by a bus or train, but we're not planning on being out there 30 to 45 minutes plus away from medical facilities.
We're old. That would be stupid.
Yeah. We are researching places with real access to healthcare, towns with hospitals, general practitioners, pharmacies, specialists, and France has one of the best rated healthcare systems in the world for a reason.
Yeah, and unlike in the USA, an ambulance ride in France is not going to cost you a mortgage payment.
I've been in an ambulance and they charge you out what? It's ridiculous.
What? I don't know what.
Out the yang. We are applying for the long stay visa. We'll be the ones paying for our health insurance. We'll contribute to the system. We're not going to show up expecting freebies or trying to live off the government. We're planning on being adults because we are adults.
Yeah, so quit saying that. We got some comments just the other day about that. And also someone saying, I just had one today, as a matter of fact, and they were like, are you even going to learn the language, or are you going to stick to your own over there? When in that same video that he was commenting on, we had talked about the different ways that we are working on our French. So you didn't even watch the video, you just wanted to leave a comment. People are funny.
Yeah, we are trying. We're not perfect. We're going to have our screw ups, I'll guarantee you. Especially going over there, we're going to have our faults.
And we don't know everything, and that's why we created this channel, because we don't know everything. And so if you guys want to jump in and help us out, by all means. That's why we're doing this, because we want to get the information ourselves and we want to share it with others. But please be nice. We're not even coming on here acting like we know it all, because we absolutely, we do not.
Now we've gotten a lot of comments from people that live over there in France, and they have been so helpful and nice.
Yes.
We've had a lot that say, hey, come to Brittany. Hey, come to Normandy. Hey, come over here. It's a great place. See, that's what we're looking for.
Absolutely.
Is for them to put their, comments and their suggestions in, so that it helps us out in determining where we want to be in the future.
Yeah, we've had people reach out, I know to me specifically, by email and saying, hey, let's set up a call, because I can tell you, different towns and different things in these towns. That's amazing. That's exactly why we are doing this. And we want to be able to pass that information along. So
that's one of the reasons too why we're making the videos, is to also show you some of the screw ups that can happen, some of the faults that can happen.
Yeah.
But as we've said before, we are not perfect.
We're not experts, people.
And we know it.
Be nice. Now this one also made me laugh a little bit. The French don't want you here. Because, yeah, there are some that don't. We had many of those comments. Go back home. Those were great because we're not even there.
And there's people here that probably don't want us here. That's going to be everywhere. We want to be able to go out and start our own journey and experience new things. And yes, we want to learn the culture. We want to learn the language. We want to learn everything we can where we're planning on staying. for the rest of our lives.
Yeah, and I don't feel like the French don't want us here. I mean, I'm sure there are some, but the majority of the comments that we have gotten, they have all, well, not all of them, they have been like, welcome. We welcome you guys. Let us know if there's anything you need. So,
And it makes us feel really good whenever we get those kind of comments. People that don't even know us. They might see us on the video and everything, and a lot of the times we act. That's the way we act. We joke back and forth a lot. We have our moments of being a little on the airheaded side, but we want to be able to go over there and make friends and be able to have neighbors over or friends come over and we can cook for them. We go over there, they cook for us, or we all go out to a restaurant or something. I'm looking forward to it, a lot.
So yeah, the idea that we are forcing ourselves on a country is crazy. We are applying through legal immigration channels. We're going to learn French. We are studying the culture. We're not just showing up yelling croissant and expecting to be handed the keys to the village. That's not what we're doing.
I'm gonna be yelling baguette.
Or that. Just shut up already.
We're not trying to be tourists forever, okay? We want to be able to go over there and live. We want to be able to participate. And we want to respect the people, their customs, and their land.
And truthfully, the times that we have spoken to the French people, they were lovely. They were very helpful.
Very nice.
They were curious as to why we want to go over there. They laugh at accents. But hey.
Yeah, there was one of the videos I was watching, they were on a live video, and I was texting in comments to them, and they were reading them online, and they sort of got a chuckle out of how instead of me putting you or something, I would always put y'all, B-Y-A-L-L, saying y'all. And they got a kick out of that.
So yes, Rob and Lisa, we talk like this. We have accents. It is what it is. If y'all have not watched Escape to France, Charente, you absolutely should. Rob and Lisa are hilarious. We watch their show all the time, and we cannot wait to get over there and meet them and take them to dinner.
I was commenting back to them that when we do come out there for a visit, to be able to look over and see what areas we're really getting serious about, that we would like to meet up with them and take them to lunch, take them to dinner or something.
Yeah.
And maybe hang out a little bit and get to know each other.
Yeah, we have a lot in common, I feel like, between the whole law enforcement thing, because he was in law enforcement as well, and then Lisa and I having to deal with these law enforcement people. I feel like I think we would all get along.
Well, and Rob, he acts himself on the videos.
Don't you dare bully him.
No, the trolls. I have a blast whenever he comes back talking about the trolls. That's one of the things that I just really laugh about whenever I watch those.
Yeah, so if you get a chance, definitely, we're going to put a link to their channel too in the description of this. Stop over there and tell them Matt and Diane said hi.
And if I'm not mistaken, Lisa's got her own blog. Check hers out and, give her a shout out. Now here's another one that we received a lot of, which is, you just want to live off the French government.
Guys, we are not 20-year-olds with backpacks backpacking around with no plan. We have worked hard. We have saved. We are bringing our own retirement income. As shocking as that is, we are not destitute and broke wanting to go over there for handouts. Not what we're doing.
And we will be paying for private health insurance initially, and then we'll start contributing to France's national health care system as residents. That is the law. and we are happy, more than happy, to follow it.
Yeah, we are not eligible for French welfare. We will not be taking jobs. We're not going to be burdens on society. We are self-funded retirees who are choosing France because it aligns with our values and our lifestyle.
And if there's taxes to pay over there, we'll be paying our
Happy
taxes.
to pay them. Your words are bad.
And frankly, if you think wanting to live somewhere with affordable, high quality health care is selfish, maybe the system that you're defending isn't working for you either.
Just saying.
Not throwing stones,
I mean,
but I mean, our healthcare system stinks.
preach. Oh, the classic. The classic. The French are rude.
Wait, you mean the people who speak another language, they have a different culture, and get annoyed when tourists don't say hello or understand their basic etiquette? That is just shocking.
Rude. They're rude. I can't stand it when I work in customer service, and I deal with people's money. So you can just imagine. That's all I'm saying. I cannot stand when somebody calls me and immediately goes into what they want without saying hello, kiss my rear, or anything. They just immediately, you want to go ahead and pull this up? No, I don't. I don't. People are rude.
One thing that I've seen that really irritates her, because I've done it to her before, is saying, I need you to do this.
You need to.
That,
no, I don't.
That is something that she does not like.
I have a problem with authority. That's my mom. Had it my whole life. But yeah, I mean, it's just common courtesy to say hello to somebody. And that's a big thing for them. I mean, because we've heard that over and over. If you're going to walk in somewhere, or, you know, you're at a market or something, the first thing out of your mouth needs to be bonjour, hello. And, you know, rightfully so.
Yeah, see, I've got a habit of just going up to people and talking. And that's just the way I am. I mean, we'll be out on vacation. Last time we were in Tennessee, it was funny because I just went up to this group of guys that was just sitting there talking, and next thing I find out, we're all just having a good old time, just talking away, and they're asking when we're planning on moving there. And it's something that I do. And sometimes she'll look at me and she'll say, don't do it. Don't go up there.
You're not going to really be able to do that over there because they think differently. They're like, how can you be nice to somebody and, you know, be so friendly to somebody that you don't know? And so it's just a different culture over there. So you're going to have to tone that down.
I'm going to have to tone a lot of stuff down because my voice carries when I speak.
Yeah, they don't like it when Americans are loud.
Well, we hear that they don't like it when Americans are loud. And that's one thing I've got a habit of talking a little on the...
Get on the ground!
No, not for that. That's work. But I mean, just in general.
You even knock loud.
Yeah, I cop knock.
It's a thing, y'all. It's a real thing. I have to remind him all the time, you are off duty.
She does.
You know, as we're just driving somewhere, just on a leisurely drive, their sticker's been out for 2 years. Who cares?
I'm looking at registration stickers, and you know, and I'll be looking at a car and I'll say, he's speeding.
Let it go. At the end of the day, if you walk in acting entitled and loud and expect others to cater to you, then yes, you might get some cold shoulders. That's true anywhere.
Yeah. Now, some of the comments, we did get a few that were telling us that you're going to get mugged, you're going to get attacked, or even worse. I mean, Europe's dangerous. Okay, everywhere is dangerous.
You've seen the U.S.
U.S. is dangerous. Where we live right here, this town, it can be dangerous. I mean, we have shootings. We have guys, people that run around naked all the time, for gosh sakes.
It's dangerous to the eyes.
Yes, it is, and to the soul.
But yeah.
But you're going to have crime everywhere you go. I mean, it's, you can look up a place and they can say it's low crime. You're just going to be dealing with pickpocketers. We know that there's going to be more than just that. We're not stupid. Everywhere you go, you've got a chance of anything happening, from a small little petty thing up to a major thing, which I don't want that to occur. That's why I always keep my guard up.
But statistically, the crime rate in the U.S., especially violent crime, is significantly higher than in France.
Now in 2024, the U.S. had roughly 6 times more gun deaths per capita than France. And that's not fear-mongering, that's just doing plain, simple math.
And you know that there is going to be higher crime, more crime in the bigger cities. So it just comes down to choosing wisely.
Yeah. And no country's perfect. But we're not running into a war zone. We're moving to peaceful communities, many with lower crime than the U.S. suburbs that we all live in right now.
Here's what we are learning really fast. You do not need everyone else's approval to live your life.
Yeah, because there's people that will always criticize you. Some are scared. Some are bitter. A lot are bitter. And some just like the sound of their own keyboard.
Yes. But if you are waiting for everyone to cheer for you, you'll be waiting forever. So choose your path, do your research, and tune out the static.
And if you watch our videos all the way through, make sure that your comments, are actually valid, because we do say certain things in our videos, and sometimes we say them over and over in certain videos. Just make sure you get it right before you comment.
Yeah, we don't want you to look bad. You have many.
I have a lot. I can't sleep for nothing.
You have many sleepless nights. Me, sleep like a baby.
Yeah, you do. I wake up at 3, 4 o'clock in the morning and I'm wide awake. George scratching on the side of my bed. Now we have had doubts. We've had changed plans. We've had sleepless nights, which I have a lot of. But we've also had hope. We've had laughter and purpose. That's what matters.
Yep.
So yeah, the hate's real, but our dream is a little more real than that.
And our dream is also worth pursuing, even if some people don't understand.
So if you're dreaming about retiring abroad too, don't let fear or noise stop you. Plan smart, learn the culture, and go with your eyes wide open.
Like
and
this.
Learn the language if it's different.
And if you want to follow along on our journey or support us, we would love to have you. So check out our Patreon page for some behind the scenes updates. You get some
of George doing that.
George was just barking at a precious little girl on a scooter. Hateful. You done?
Get in here.
Hateful.
They were just going by the house.
God. Crotchety. So yeah, you can even have some of that. You can also buy us a virtual espresso on our Buy Me a Coffee page. You can also now become a member and join our channel. And all of those links are going to be down in the description below. So
thank you very much for tuning in, and especially for letting us be a little on the real side. And as always, we hope that you all will put your comments in if you agree with us or whether you don't agree with us. We're just here to try to entertain it.
and help you out. But yeah, don't forget to like and subscribe and hit that notification bell so that you can be notified when our next video is going to be out, which will be next Friday at 3 p.m. Central. So you guys have a great week, and we will see you next Friday.
Aviento.